Hey there, how are you? Welcome to my channel. I love to engage with you. So, as always, if you're watching this as a replay, comment below. Let me know what you are finding most valuable. I love to connect with you. I wanted to talk about today if your nutrition goals are realistic with your current life circumstances. And this is a huge piece that I value so much in my coaching program and with the ladies that I work with, because what success looks like for you can and will change based on your circumstances and seasons of life. What do I mean by your circumstances? So these are going to be your daily responsibilities, your environment, your support system, your job, your abilities currently, which may look very different than they did 10 years ago, right? Maybe now you have two kids and you work full time, and what success looks like for you is going to look very different than what it did 10 years ago, when you had more of your own time and, less of this additional responsibility. So just being understanding of that piece of your life is so important, and setting up goals for yourself that you actually feel like you can do and build confidence with. So often I see people comparing themselves to other people and what they are achieving or their results, but they're not understanding everyone's circumstances, right? You're only seeing the one piece of the results, right? Whether it's the weight loss or whatever they achieved, but you're not understanding the effort that they have to put into that. So maybe that person lives by themselves. They have tons of free time. Their main responsibility is their job, but they have their evenings and their weekends, and they can work out 5 days a week, and they have extra time that they can do more of the food prep and all those things that matter in terms of the level that you can put in to your current circumstances. And that looks very different for each person that I work with, and a huge piece in individualization with coaching. A lot of the things I'm talking about with the people that I'm working with in the beginning are their schedules, their routines, what they feel like goals are supporting them, and habits that they feel good about, and where are areas that we can adapt and shift, and just paying more attention to your current habits and building awareness. It's all about data collection in the beginning. So I had them do a lifestyle journal and gather this information of, what are our eating habits and routines, and what are meals looking like, or is there a lot of grazing, and what time of day, and how you're feeling, hydration, activity, mood, energy. All of these things play a role in how we feel and the choices that we make, because it's not always just about eating balanced meals and exercising more. Do those things add value to your health? Absolutely, hands down. But the way that we get there may look very different depending on your circumstances. So one example that I was just talking with one of my nutrition clients about is, she said, just this past week, she has two young boys. One of them was sick with a fever. She works full time, commutes an hour, and she has a very demanding job, and her time is very limited in the evening. And she was just at her wit's end, right? And she said, typically when she's sitting in the car, something happens, it's in the afternoon, she'll eat a bag of chips, and just kind of check out for a minute. She's genuinely hungry also. But she said the other day, instead of doing that, she went into the store and she got a yogurt and some granola, and she got some great options for dinner for the evening. And instead of sitting there and eating the chips from the store, she had a granola, she had yogurt, she had something more substantial and sustaining to keep her feeling satisfied, so she could go home and prepare the meal that she bought for her family and herself to enjoy. And that was a huge win that we were celebrating this week, because it was a very different choice that she made than in the past, that ultimately is allowing her to feel better and be more successful with her goals. So that is an example of focusing on how we can address managing stress and navigating different situations differently or better than we have in the past to create ultimate success with our goals and sustainable changes, which is what we all want, right? We don't want to just follow something blindly for a few weeks with certain rules that are not realistic to sustain. And then, holidays happen and stress happens and life happens, and we can't stick to that plan. So we just go in the complete opposite direction and feel out of control, and then feel like we're in the exact opposite place, maybe gain the weight back that you've previously lost. And that is just not working because the plan, the vehicle that you were driving was not built for what you were needing and your current circumstances of your life. It's so important that you periodize your nutrition. It's based on what you're needing on a week-to-week basis even. And that's what I'm talking through with my clients. What are we planning on this week? What are the challenges? What are the barriers? How can we navigate and plan differently or better from the feedback we've gotten from previous experiences? So that's just an example of why that piece is so important, and a huge piece that I see missing with traditional diets or diet programs. So let me know if that resonates with you. What is one thing that you are noticing in your current life that maybe you used to be able to do but is more challenging now, or something that you could do differently to allow you to be more successful moving forward? So if there's anything I can do for you, absolutely don't hesitate to reach out, comment below. And I would love to have you join my Facebook community if you're not already there. It's Nutrition Social with Jenny on Facebook. I do tons of trainings just like these, sharing tips, inspiration, recipe ideas, and it's just a great positive community to ditch the diet craziness and really bring it back to the basics of nutrition and building healthy habits. So I'd love to see you there. Let me know if I can do anything for you. Talk soon.